We all develop strategies to cope with overwhelming situations in our childhoods, such as habitually withdrawing, seeking reassurance, or exploding. When these strategies have worked for us, we often hold on to them and keep doing them, even in situations where they don't work anymore. Sadly, this often reduces our quality of life by diminishing our relationships and reducing how connected we are with ourselves and the people that we care most about. They limit our freedom to choose our response, because we're working from a rule book that once worked but doesn't anymore. It's not our fault that we continue to use strategies that no longer work. We're shaped by three forces that underlie our experience of emotion, distress, and the choices available to us. 1. Biological factors. Some people are born with impairments or medical conditions. Others may be genetically predisposed to mental or physical illness. Some folks have more or less sensitivity to hormones in the world around us. Sometimes our biology means that our emotions are harder hitting and longer lasting, and that we act more impulsively than others. 2. Social factors. Poverty, precarious or insecure work, and adverse childhood experiences, especially involving family dynamics, have all been proven to impact emotional well-being. In addition, factors like the criminalization of work or drug use can cause additional precarity and stress. Furthermore, we know that all kinds of minority groups experience minority stress, leading to poorer mental health outcomes, which can trickle down to cause greater individual distress and what seem like poorer choices. Conversely, greater social support leads to a higher level of well-being, and even having one trusted person is really important to our physical and mental health. Sadly, holding on to that relationship can be really hard if your social environment has meant you haven't developed the skills to make effective choices that mean you can maintain friendships. 3. Psychological. Our personality, behaviours, trauma history, learning and memory are all aspects of our psychological makeup. On a day-to-day level, our relationship to our own emotions is critically important. Many studies have shown that folks that are most able to notice and describe their own emotions are usually more able to regulate them too, and less prone to mental illness. This is huge! Simply being able to recognise and share the emotional experiences you're having, even with a journal, it doesn't even have to be with another person, can transform that experience from one that is overwhelming and distressing, and maybe even out of control, to one that's much more manageable. When our histories haven't equipped us with flexible and effective coping skills, we often struggle with conflict-filled or even avoidant relationships, and with overwhelming emotional experiences. It's the interactions between these three areas, biological, psychological, and social, that count. We can do things to shift each of them to make our lives better. We can't change our childhoods, our socioeconomic status, at least not very quickly, but we can create better relationships with people in our lives and create social support structures. We can't change our trauma history or memory, but we can build skills to help us improve our relationships to our emotions, and learn coping mechanisms to address difficult situations that we know are going to arise in our lives. I teach DBT skills so that marginalised folks can learn together how to cope more effectively with interpersonal relationships and emotional crises. So what now? Join me to learn dialectical behaviour skills that have been scientifically proven to improve relationship quality and well-being, and to reduce depression, anxiety, and even suicidality. It also helps with all the other things that I've written here. Previous group members have talked about how my skills groups help them to reduce conflict in their relationships, to reclaim their sense of self, and to have a better relationship with their own emotions too. I have groups that are just for sex workers or performers, groups that are just for LGBTQ folks, and groups for folks in consensually non-monogamous relationships. You can find out more about all of the courses that I'm running by joining my mailing list, and you can look on this website to find out what's going on at the moment.